All right. All right. Hello, Peter. My name is Anthony. I actually spoke with someone at your office on yesterday. Told them that I would be sending you this little short video, basically explaining some of the things that I found out while researching, to give you some tips on how to increase your online presence. And so basically, what I found was I went straight to your website, looked over your website, found out, it's actually a pretty good website. It's set up really good. Um, there's some things I wanted to talk to you about, though. The first one was going to be your content. So Google likes roughly about 1,500 words to be on your pages. For some reason, when Google is crawling the internet, and they're going through websites, having around 1,500 words is like the magic point to where Google really gives you a lot of authority, and on the expertise in your business. And so, based on what I saw, you have around 850 words roughly on your homepage. And if we compare that to, some of your competition, I know that, you're involved in moving and junk removal. So you're kind of doing two things. So what I did was I compared one of your competitors in junk removal and one of your competitors in moving, local moving. And so, looking at the content on your competitors, one of them was the Inland Empire Movers. They have about 1,250 words, so even them, they're not meeting the 1,500 word standard. And then Junk Dogs was the junk removal company that I researched, and they're actually lower than you. So it seems to be a common thing where, a lot of people don't really hit the 1,500 words per page or words per, on the homepage, kind of mark. So it's not a huge deal, but Google does like to see 1,500 words when given authority, to your website. So I wanted to take a look at a little bit of a few things that I noticed. If we look over here, keywords, and we click on keywords. So basically, keywords are how people find you on the internet. They're real specific to how people search. The more of those keywords, and the way people search, obviously the more they're going to find you, on Google. And everybody, you want to be in the top 3, even 4, in position when someone actually searches, because nowadays nobody really ever goes past the first page, of Google. So being in those top 3 positions, is really key. Now, if we scroll down here and take a look at some of the keywords that you're using, we have movers, Redlands, California. You're popping up number 3 in that search criteria, but there's only about 10 searches per month, using those keywords. Redlands Moving Company, you get about 30, but you're ranked 12th. Movers, Beaumont, California, there's about 20 searches a month, and you're ranked 14th. So this is like really key, to people being able to find you on the internet, so that you can draw those leads. People click on your website, or people click on the search link, and it takes them to your website. And now, so if we go and look at Inland Empire Movers, and take a look at their keywords, they have 317 keywords. And if we click on it and go down and take a look, Inland Empire Movers, that was specifically kind of like in their name. So they're obviously going to be ranked number 1 there, because if someone searches Inland Empire Movers, they're going to be the first one to pop up, because it's pretty much the name of their company. So that one's kind of a hard one to get around, but it's still possible to get by there. But if you look more specifically, movers in Riverside, number 2, and there's 200. It's a 200 search volume for that. So just having that keyword, a few times in your website, put in the right places, you're looking at being up in rank number 2, or getting up there. It'll take some time, but it's not impossible. Movers, Riverside, California is another search volume, number 2. But if you go down the list and look at these keywords here and look at where they're ranking, this is your competitor. I would say you're pretty much a direct competitor with these guys. So a lot of their keywords is pushing business to their website, which is business that literally you're not getting, because you're not outranking them, or you're not showing up on the first page. So that would be one of the tips and key points to getting your online presence to where more people are finding you on the internet. And then if we go over to junk dogs, and we do the same thing. We look at their keywords. Let's go back to overview. They have 427, and it's specific just to junk removal. And if we click on those keywords and go down, take a look, and let's go down, junk removal, Ukaipa. They're number 1, just in that area. So if someone searches junk removal, Ukaipa, they're going to be the first ones to pop up. There's about 40 search volume every month there. If we scroll down here to Murrieta, junk removal Murrieta, there's a 300 search volume here. That's number 10. Can easily get up in 1 or 2 in that area. That's a huge search volume. Being number 1, number 2, number 3 is going to generate a lot of extra business just in that area. Junk removal Paris, there's a 50 search volume. They're number 5. So if you get the idea, the more keywords that you have for people to be able to search, the more opportunity that your website will pop up, or your link to your website will pop up in their searches. The other thing I wanted to go over was backlinks. Now, backlinks is basically outside domains that are giving you links back to your website. So you're actually doing fairly good in this area. You have more backlinks than both your competitors that I've researched. Now there's a difference between quality and quantity. It's not necessarily the more backlinks you have, but the quality of your backlinks. Because the more quality of the backlink, the more power that website that's referring to your website, the more power it's giving you for your rankings. So if we take a look, you're looking at 365, and we can click on it and take a look at some of the backlinks that are here. You got 10 best mover companies, Drupa Valley. It's giving you, they have 325,000 people that go to this website. So when they come across your link, you're getting some power from those searches. Obviously, the more power that's being generated from other sites, the more power it gives to your website, and the more search volume and linking that you have. If we look at your competitors, Inland Empire, they only have 184, coming from 63 domains. Your rating is a little bit higher than theirs, so you're doing better in that area. You're doing better in this area for junk dogs as well. You only have 217. So as far as backlinks, you're doing a really good job at it. There's a lot of room for improvement in that area as well. And then the last thing I want to talk about really quick is citations. All citations are directories that your company information is being listed in, such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, and there's thousands of them out there. And the more of those citations that you have referring back to your company with your company information, the more relevance that you have on the internet as well. And so, yeah, that was a quick video. I kind of went over a little bit longer than I wanted. However, if you like the information, you're interested to learn a little bit more, feel free to contact me. My information will be on the bottom of the email. And if not, have a good rest of your month, good week, and hopefully we'll talk soon. All right, thanks a lot.